the DD and its description, the track and its description, the rotor and its description. So these are called the auxiliary machine. This is a charger machine that is used to charge emulsion for blasting purposes. My name is Geshom Katandra, section engineer for South Section, Track Race Department, and our NFCA company. So I'm here to present the presentation that concerns Track Race Equipment Department for SOB. The Track Race Equipment Department is the department responsible of all mobile equipment underground to ease mining operation and smooth running of equipment. This is the key responsibility of a department. What are the key functions? Our most key functions are to monitor, to supervise service contractors, Sandvik, EPROG, XW, and Texon, making sure that these provide quality service for NFCA by OEM standard, that is the original equipment manufacturer standards. Making sure that equipment is available for use at every particular time of the day. Provide maintenance schedule that is in accordance with the production team. Repairing of various components of machines, e.g. transmission, axle, cylinders, alternators, starter motor, etc. Also oversees surface workshop and underground workshops. Provide operator training for new and old operators. Oversees oil supply system from surface to underground. So this briefly describes the Track Race department. So in total we have 3 sections, that is training section, then south section and the north section. Well, these are some of the key terminologies. Track Race, it is a department that deals with all underground mobile equipment and provide operator training. Training is the process of teaching or develop specific skills or knowledge to operators. That is what we do. Simulator is a device, program, or a system that imitates or mimics a real-world process, situation, or environment, often for training, analysis, or entertainment. I'm sure you have seen a robotic where it's showing to move like a person or something. So here at NFC, we have such as simulators. Automation is a use of technology to perform tasks with minimum human input, replacing manual labor with machines or software for efficiency, accuracy, and cost saving, seen in everything from factory robots. Hydraulics is the science and technology of using pressurized liquid like oil or water to transmit power or generate force and perform work. Pneumatics, this is the engineering field and the technology that uses pressurized air or gases to create mechanical motion and perform work. Hydropneumatics, this is the combination of hydraulics and pneumatics. Combines hydraulic, liquid, and pneumatic air gas principles to manage pressure and force. Canvas is a robust message based on communication protocol allowing microcontrollers and devices, e.g. ECUs in vehicles and machinery to talk to each other without central computer. Operator, a person who operates equipment or machine. Lowering, this term refers to taking machines to underground using cage. Maintenance is the act of keeping property or equipment in good condition by making repairs, correcting problems. Service bay is a designated area in a garage or repair shop where vehicles are serviced, repaired, or maintained, often featuring lifts, tools, and pits for mechanics to work on them. Service pit is a trench or excavated area in a garage floor or workshop that allows mechanics to work underneath a vehicle for maintenance, inspection, and repair. Workshop, a room or building or in which machines are manufactured or serviced and repaired. Repair, to fix something broken, damaged, or not working, restoring it to good condition. Overhaul is to renovate, remake, revise, or renew thoroughly. Breakdown is a situation where a machine develops mechanical or electrical failure and fails to work normally as it is intended. Towing is the act of pulling another vehicle or object like a trailer using a hinge, ropes, or chain, typically done by a powered vehicle. Well, SOP, this represents standard operating procedure. So let's cut this word in two. If I do like this, this will be just the track. Track is something that leaves the mark when it is moving. It will leave mark. If I'm able to move, I leave some tracks able to see me where I'm going. So when we put trackless, it means no marks. So track can refer to the marks left by something moving, the act of following those marks, or the path itself. Well, trackless, having no marks, lacking pathways. So trackless mobile equipment, these are machines which uses tires for locomotive or moving. This kind of machine, it's using the chain. So when it is moving, it leaves mark. So this type of a machine is referred to as a track machine. Well, our machine here at NFC don't use this. They use tires. So they don't leave marks. So this is where the word for our department came from as trackless mobile equipment. Just some abbreviation important in engineering. ECU refers to us as electronic control module, ECM engine control module, PLC programmable logic controller, RPM revolution per minute, PRV pressure reducing valve or pressure relief valve, OEM original equipment manufacturer. Then PM preventive maintenance. We have seen that we call some machine like Boomer 282. What does this mean? This BM just represents the machine boomer. Now the 2 is the type of a boom or the size of a boom. Well, the 2 represent the 2 booms that the machine have. If it has a 1 here, it means this machine has a single boom. Well, when we come to this one, BTC represents voltage, but its specification is 235H, meaning 2 represents the size or the model or the series of this machine. Well, the 35 represents the type of a boom. On the H represents this is hydraulic controlled machine. Then we have got other machine like RB represents rock breaker, PF represents plate feeder. Then we have some other machines, DS411. This simply means this machine is a drilling support machine. Now 4 represents the size of the machine or the haulage where it can work, which is 4 by 4 meters. Then the 1 represents the type of drilling or the support that it's done. Then the last one is the version of the machine of this type. Then for DS421, just like DS, drilling support machine, 4 the envelope size by 4. Then the 2, the type of the boom. So we have one boom for boating, another boom is for cable. Then the 1 just give us the revision of this type of a machine. For the DD, let me talk more maybe on the DD. This DD, this is saying this type of a machine is drilling drifter. Now the envelope size is 4 by 4. Then the 2 represents the number of booms. The next 2 represents the version, but the I represent intelligence. This machine is an intelligence machine. Meaning what? This machine can be put into automation and it can drill on itself. After programming it, you program it and you leave it, it will be able to drill according to the program that you feed it. So this is an intelligence machine. Find here, only in Zambia, here at NFCA, a very important machine. Then we have other machines like TH430, TH540, TH545. So the T represents tram, to move. Well, the H represents to hold. Then the 4 here represents the tunnel size, just like the envelope size. Then the last 2 represents the tonnage. So this machine is 30 ton, this one is 40 ton, this one is 45. But this one, high intelligence. So this means this track, TH, can also be programmed. Itself can be loading, going to the feeder and also going to the pit. So some of the description. Well, we come to the loaders, LH 307, 514, and 514I. So the L is for rod, then the H is for odd. Yeah, then the 3 is the size of a tunnel. Here the size of the tunnel is 5. Then the 07 is the capacity. Here the capacity is 14, and this one the capacity is 14 when the bucket is fully loaded with ground. The I here represents the intelligence of the machine. We have this machine currently working in automation at all levels, south section and north section. So this is just some of the description of what we have talked about, the DD and its description, the track and its description, the rotor and its description. So this is how the machines look like, those we have just discussed. These are called the auxiliary machine. They are very important for the production. For us to achieve the production, we need this machine. This is a charger machine that is used to charge emulsion for blasting purposes. So the operator will pack it exactly where it is needed. The basket here can be lifted and operated either from here or inside the basket, so that the operator can access even the higher hole on top there. Then also have this machine, the crane. We use it mostly to lift materials, support material, wire mesh, split set, so forth, so that they can be carried into the section easily. So we use this crane machine. When the boom is extended, it's almost about close to, it can lift about something like 1.5 ton. This is a scaler machine. Long time ago, in mining, people were just using the pinch bar to scale down the rocks. Improved mining, like here at NFCA, we have this machine. This provides safety for the people working underground. Instead of a person going with a pinch bar to scale down the rocks, we are using this machine in most of the areas. It's well made such that the operator will be very far, such that if the boom is extended, it's about over 2 meters, and where the operator is very far. This machine is fitted with a spotlight here. I don't know if you are able to see a spotlight here, and 2 more lights, this side and that side, able to give the operator a clear view for him to be able to scale the rocks down. Then we have this machine, the scissor lift. Especially electricians, boiler makers at underground, they use this machine. It has got this span of a basket. It's able to go up, to lift them up, able to access the cables high, the pipes, and anything that we want to install. We use this scissor lift. We have another machine. This one is called the pipe hanger. A bit different from the scissor lift. Similar, but a bit different. The difference is just here. Instead of people lifting the pipe and trying to go up or using the roller, which is not safe, we have this machine. It's called the pipe hanger, which will be able to hold the pipe. And then the pipe will be lifted from the jacks here, positioned exactly where it's supposed to be. And then people will be there inside to try to tighten the pipe or to weld. If it is very far, inside there is a platform. It also lift going up so that workers can access the height that they need. So let's talk about the key responsibility of training section. Training section provide operator training for new operator and old operator, refresher training. They also carry accident damage investigation. They also follow up SOP compliance for operator and follow up, meaning that operator should follow standard operating procedure at all time to avoid damage or accident to a human being. Here at NFCA, we use a high standard system for training operators. After theory lesson, learners are taken to a simulator to be tested and experience how it feels like to drive a real vehicle. Okay, so this is some of the photos in the training department. Here we are doing MES app training. This system helps us for operator to follow through, to record, to know the time we have started working, and when he finish, he needs to record so that everyone here on surface can know what is happening underground. This app helps us to understand that. So operator needs to use this accurate for us here on surface, all the managers to have an accurate report. Same applies here, it's done, it's the same training. This is just a track training carried by one of our trainers. So this is a pipe hanger for XWD, I'm sure you are able to see the pipe jacks there to hold the pipe. So this is the simulator training. After a theory class has been conducted, the operator will be taken to a simulator like this one. This is training on the track. This gives the operator a real feel of how to drive or how to move with the machine feels like. This gives them exposure and experience to avoid unnecessary accident. This kind of training is an high quality standards that many mines here in Zambia don't have. Only here at NFC, our operator are well skilled because of this kind of training that we have. Automation. Automation is usually a technology or software, robotics or process to perform tasks within minimum human input, aiming to boost efficiency, accuracy, and productivity. This is an advanced way of mining. Only few countries are using it, and in Zambia, only at NFCA, something that we commend ourselves. Another advantage of this method is that there are no direct human risk is involved. Okay, lowering. This refers to lowering machine from surface to underground. Since we do not have a portal where a machine can go down descending the ramp, when a new machine comes, we need to dismantle it or separate it, then load parts on flat car, then arrange to lower down. After lowering down, we start to assemble it again and test it for production purpose. Let's give you some of the example. Okay, so this is what we do, a very delicate job with precision. We don't need to miss this one. So you see, this was a drum track, lifted nicely, with well supported, separated from the other frame, trying to put it on the flat car. So this is what we have done. So this is the front frame and the rear frame there, nicely put on the flat car and secured with the chains. This is what we are seeing. We are able to put timbers on the flat car so that it can position flat. It should not slip when we are pushing it inside the cage. And there you can see, they have pushed it inside the cage, and you can see our cage is the size and the machine almost the same, but we need to put it accurate so that we don't do any damage to the cage to affect any production. This work should be accurate and precise without mistakes. This job must be carried to achieve this. Otherwise, the risk and the damage is so high for NFCA. Also, we see here the loading of the dam box is inside there. And this is underground. We are trying to assemble now with our men here. This is Mr. Ngosa coming from North Section, a section engineer here, has been working here for quite some time. This is Boomer. We just lowered this machine last year. Just been maybe 8 to 10 months when we lowered this machine. Yeah, we are able to dismantle parts of the Boomer. This is the rear part called the hose reel. Okay, the whole machine is here, and then these are feed beam. Then the other part is already lowered. So this is what we precisely do with the machine. But when it goes underground, it's like this. We need to start installing to assemble using the rifts that we have here, the chain block that we are using. So here they have already anchored here. You can see some chain blocks anchoring here, trying to rift and assemble the whole machine. So the parts that we dismantled on surface, we need to assemble and to make it complete exactly. Remember, according to manufacturing standard, this is a new machine. So after assembling, it should be same and be able to work without problems. Let's go to some repair and overhaul. We carry out repair jobs of machine components, e.g. hydraulic cylinders, transmission, frames, bucket, axle, dump box. Repair refers to fixing specific problems on the machine or component, while overhaul refers to a comprehensive repair process. This may require replace some parts due to overtime. So we repair from surface workshop, service bay or service pit underground. This is where we carry our repair works. So this is the surface workshop. These are accumulators. They are repairing, resealing, changing worn out seals and putting up new ones. After repair, these ones need to be charged. They are charging here. Yeah, this one they need to be precise and understand the charging pressure. Otherwise, this can burst. So our job requires people to understand, and trained people are required in our department so that we are able to understand manufacturing procedures. This is a cylinder. The barrel is there. This is the rod. Our men have opened and trying to receive it, repair it, and fix it back. This is a transmission that makes the machine to move. We have just dismantled it, waiting to buy spares so that we can fix it back to repair. This bucket was badly done, but our man here, the welder, is able to weld all these things. He has welded, and so that we can still use it again. Another, on the electrical side, we also test some equipment for us to avoid any accident. The cables we need to measure. So we have got period when we need to measure the cables to ensure that the resistance of the cable are up to standard. Otherwise, this cable may cause electrical shock to humans. Okay, we have other equipment in the workshop. Yeah, this is a equipment for cleaning things for a radiator. Yeah, once we dismantle the radiator, the fins here, we put them inside, add some chemical, then we let them boil for some times, and then we'll start fixing it back. After repairing cylinder, we'll take it to this machine to test for leakages and for efficiency, whether this cylinder is okay or not okay. So these are the rock breaker. This is the O-tip. In case it's choked, blocked with stone, this machine helps us to crash so that those big borders are able to go down. On the waste tip, we also have the same machine. In case there are big borders here choked there, this rock breaker will crash them or break them, then they will be able to go so that the drumming section can continue tipping at this O tip. So this breakdown reporting procedure, the operator must know the breakdown reporting procedure. So the first one, send information in UC group requesting technician come at breakdown point. Message should include the following, especially if the phone is using is not his name, location of the breakdown, time of breakdown, the nature of breakdown, if possible, the picture. Then after that, the operator will report to his immediate supervisor, then inform trackless department on duty underground also. And when trackless technician receives the breakdown report, they will inform relevant technician. Send information in UC group if not reported in group. Why this report procedure is to make everyone understand what is happening. You here at surface, you are able to know what is happening. Why the machine is down, those on surface are able to know. Even those underground, they are able to know. So after the breakdown is down, follow-up will be done by trackless, and they will need to update in the groups for everyone to know what is happening. So that's what happened in the workshop. Now, we also have the fuel that we use on the machine. Fuel, oil in the machine. How do they go underground? Since we said we do not have a ramp, so we have got what we call fuel dropping system here at NFCA. So this is a receiving pump here on surface. Here is the fuel off-roading system which contains the fuel off-roading bay and off-roading pump assembly only. We have the fuel, we also have for hydraulic, and we also have for transmission. So we have got 3 off-roading points. This one is for fuel. When the truck comes, it will connect here, start off-roading. We will know how much we have collected as NFCA by the meter manually when it starts running. Okay, so these are the tanks on surface on the off-roading bay. So we have got about 46,000 liters for transmission. Diesel, we have got 4 tanks, which are 46,000 by 4. Then hydraulic, we have only 1 tank, 46,000 liters. We have what we call the batching system that controls all the system. So what it is, this is surface batching. Once we have fuel and the tank here senses that it's low, the pump there at storage, it will start running to fill here. So what we are talking about is like this, okay? This is the receiving bay where the tanks are, okay? So this column is for diesel, this one hydraulic, this one is transmission. They are all same. So this is the receiving bay, okay? This represents just the batching control. So we have got three batching control, which are represented here, surface 800 and 980. So what happens? When this tank is raw, okay, it will send a signal to tell this pump to start running. Then this pump will start running filled here. When this one is full, this pump will be off. So in this case, it's showing that this pump is running. So the signal comes from here. Because this side is raw, so the batching control here will send information to this pump to start running, to fill this one. Once this one is filled, this pump will start running. So when this one is full, it will come to here, which is 800 batching. So once this one is raw, it will send information to make this pump start running. Once this one is finished, again the process starts just like that. This system is electronically controlled, automated system. This system is very nice. Even now, we are able to know what is happening, just on phone or computer, to know exactly what is happening. This system is very efficient, that we don't have shortage of fuel underground or oil or transmission oil because of this vertical dropping system. After service, when the oil has been used and they put back, we have got this system to correct the oils, used oils. Okay, so instead of letting oil just be anywhere, it will create contamination to environment, and the environment department will start questioning NFCA. We have this system at 980 and 800 to correct the oil that we use, the used oil. So we have got this, those are the pumps, the pneumatic pumps. This is a floater, okay? You know the principle of oil. Oil is up, water is down. So we use the floater, and the floater is only going to correct the top part, which is oil. And then we have the vessels, they are able to correct the used oil from there. All oil are corrected and then brought to surface for proper disposal. This is according to ZEMA standards. NFC is required to do this, and this is what we are carrying as NFCA. So in conclusion, as Track Race Department, we endeavor to put safety first in all our work and adhere to NFC policies. As a department, we promote good communication and cooperation with other departments, understanding that our goal is the same as one. We believe that NFCA is just like a human body, like the way I am. Everything must be coordinated. Without coordinate, I can't move. So as NFCA, we believe all departments should be coordinated just like a human body. Together, we can make it, we believe. I thank you. Shijeni.